Welcome everybody to another episode of Going Bowling with myself, Jace LeJeune, and Andy Bryson. And Andy, it's always good we get to shoot a show together. We don't do many of these, so it's great to talk about the Gridiron Football American Bowl game.
Something we like to talk about anyway.
Something we both like to talk about and promote. So before we go into the players we talk about, Andy, is there anything, any updates or anything you want to talk about the bowl game per se?
A couple of things. So yes, the bowl game, Jace. The bowl game. The bowl game is awesome. I'm looking forward to the bowl game this year. I just gave Marcus a shout out. Someone now I'm going to degrade him real quick. So
I think perfect.
I think this year for the bowl game, I think my team's going to beat Marcus's team pretty bad. So if you want to check out a good beating, come December 30th to Memorial Stadium. Tickets are on sale right now. You can go to our website, find them. On the blue button at the very bottom of the website, if you go to the side of that, there's a little looks like a little hamburger. If you click on that, it shows the tickets. Yeah. Early bird tickets right now are $15. We will have those in person within the next week or so, and we'll be walking around town and buying tickets or selling tickets, pre-sale tickets. At the gate, they'll be $20. So starting December 1st. The price goes from $15 to $20. We will offer a military first responder discount at the game, but that's in person with ID. The bowl game is getting here quickly. We just got the hotels situated down at Gonzales, which is going to be exciting. We're going to be staying at the Marriott, so it should be
fancy.
Yeah, I know. I always put you in the Roach motels, and this year,
of course.
We ain't gonna go to a story on this show, but
no, that's time for another show.
That's a bloopers. We need to make a bloopers edition.
Oh yeah, we do behind the scenes for sure.
An NFL first take. Maybe we ought to talk to our buddy Marlon.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
But anyways, we the bowl game's quickly approaching. We're starting to get a lot of guys signed up. A lot of great talent this year. The 4 guys we're talking about today are some great examples of that. And if you haven't watched the prior episodes, go back and watch them. We've got guys already committed to Houston. Today we're talking about a young man that's got offers another Power 5 school. Yeah. Another young man who's excels at quarterback, who's coming in the bowl game to play more of a athlete style. But he's being looked at Division I at quarterback, to be honest with you right now.
Yeah.
Another one, a really good running back, receiver, hybrid. And then the last one I saw, Gridiron was just a phenomenal linebacker, sideline. I think he'll play more of a star or rover type safety at college, but he's got the frame and the speed for sure. But no, the players we invite to this bowl game. First off, every kid has to have a 2.8 GPA. That means they're automatic qualifier for college football. Second thing, they have to be an all-district, all-American. Now, some of these kids have never been that, and they end up getting nominated their senior year just because we see something in them that they probably don't even realize yet. The other thing we're looking for is kids that show up for our camps. If you want a guaranteed shot at being seen, you got to be at our camps from January until June. You can go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com, and look at our Elite Camps tab and click on that. We already have 2 camps set up for Baton Rouge for next year. We're contacting the schools, the places we did camps at last year. I think we're going to go to Shreveport. I think we're talking to either Calvary, Bossier, or Evangel about putting a camp at Shreveport this year.
Yep.
We're going back to Pensacola again this next year. We got 2 camps for Baton Rouge, and we're gonna go back to Texas. I don't know about the high school right now, but we're gonna try.
Yeah. We'll be in Texas somewhere.
We'll be in Texas somewhere next year. So make sure you stay up to date with our camps. If you want a guaranteed shot to be seen, you got to be at our camps. That guarantees you a shot that you're gonna actually be seen by one of us.
Yeah. And 2 of these guys have consistently gone to our camps, and
actually 3 of them been to our camp.
Yeah, three of these guys have been to our camps, and they were going to talk.
So we saw them. Yeah. One of them we're offering because of what he did at our camp, not what he's doing in high school, because he hasn't had a chance to play a lot.
Because of his camp,
but because of what he did at our camp, he was being offered because of that. Because we see something in him that maybe will transition. Actually, I know what will transition to the collegiate level. So let's get started, Jace.
Yeah. First of all, we're going to talk about this running back receiver hybrid, and he plays for a pretty good program up in North Louisiana, and that's Walsall Christian, and that's Macon Leonard, and I can
OCS.
OCS. So first of all, just before we talk about OCS, what program they were up in Monroe?
They're consistently in the title hunt every year in, year out. They're one of the best 1A programs in the state of Louisiana. Again, this young man is no exception of the tradition they have at OCS. So yeah. So Macon is. Let me just say, Andy, you talk about speed. You got some speed in this bowl game. This guy, no matter what, he's going to play sports at the next level because he is one of the best track athletes in the country. He's a 2-time All-American track runner. He's a 3-time state champion track runner, and he's got offers to play track. But he's pretty good at football too, in that sometimes you have like those track athletes, right, that try to play football, it doesn't work out. But this guy is a football player. I remember in the 70s, I think the Raiders tried that. They had the two sprinters, and they signed. This is way before your time, obviously, and it really, honestly, it's before my time. I was born in 1980, so I'm the very end of the Gen X. But in the 70s, they tried these two sprinters for the Raiders, and neither one could catch it. They couldn't even catch a cold in Alaska, but man, they tried it.
Yeah. I mean,
but a lot of times this works out, like Trenton Holiday. Trenton Holiday was a great track. He was an All-American track and field, even at LSU. Went on with the Tigers, and we know what he did with LSU, and then Denver Broncos and Houston Texans. So it does work.
Yep, and this guy, he's been pretty good this year. I mean, already at this point, going back to a week ago, he's at 800 yards and 12 touchdowns. You're at the Bayou Jam. He was actually the MVP in the Bayou Jam this year, so he's very explosive when he touches the football. He's actually got a couple of football offers too, so he's getting some traction as a football player. So this is a guy that's going to have an opportunity to showcase his talents even more. Most likely in the Superdome at the end of the year, knowing Walsall Christian, and obviously at the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. He loves Tulane. He's got a Tulane track offer, so he wants to showcase the coaches that he's not just a track guy, he's a football guy too, and he's going to get that opportunity in the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game.
Well, that's what this bowl game is about, to give every young man an opportunity to show what they can do at that next level, compete against the best. Last year I proved a point to every player, because me and Marcus did that draft. And I asked every guy in there, if you're all district, all metro, all state, all conference, all district, whatever, raise your hand. 112 guys raised their hand.
Right.
I said, put your hand down if you've got less than 2.8 GPA. Everybody's hand stays up in the air. Put your hand down if you've got less than 3.0. About 99% of the guys still had their hand in the air. So when you talk about the best, this is the best. He's one of those guys.
And you mentioned GPA, 4.5 GPA in high school. So he definitely equips us.
So he's an all academic player as well.
All academic guy. So that's what you want. A productive player on the field, but also a great student athlete. And you notice, Andy, student is always before athlete. So he showcases there.
Especially in the high school and collegiate area, it is. And then once you go to NFL, obviously.
Right.
Let's move over to James Lucas. The young man I'm excited to watch. He's one of those hybrid players. He plays quarterback in high school. Let me rephrase that. He plays athlete quarterback in high school.
He's like Taysom Hill in some
Correct. He didn't play his sophomore, junior year because of transfer rules and all that kind of stuff from going from school to school. So he didn't have a chance to play. This year he's his first year to play. Varsity quarterback, and he's splitting time with the starter there, who was all district last year. So he's getting split. He's just splitting time. But in the time that he does get, he's throwing touchdown passes. He's exciting the team around him, and then he's doing a great job. I saw this young man at our camp 2 years ago, and this young man ran a 4.140. And you could sit there and say, no, he didn't. All you want to, but Marcus Randall's the one that did the taping on him.
Yeah, the shuttle too. I think was that the 4.1?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not 40. Shuttle run.
Right,
Marcus is the one that timed him on the shuttle and told me, and came running across the field, told me this kid just ran a 4.1 shuttle. And so we did it again, and sure enough, he ran a 4.1 shuttle. He had a 10-foot, almost 11-foot long jump, and he ran a 4.5 40. This kid is a phenomenal athlete.
Great athlete.
Spinning the ball. he has some work he has to work on because he doesn't have a lot of starting time. He's got to get a lot of he's going to have to get a lot of his reps his freshman year in college. But I think this young man can be a college football star. You didn't hear me stutter on that. I think he could be a star in college football. He's 6'1". He's about 200 pounds. He can really sling that ball. He's got a strong arm. He's worked out with Marcus. Marcus is one of the best quarterbacks. I say one. Marcus is the best. Look at my eyes. Marcus Randall is the best, period. Quarterback, period. Coach, period. In the country. I know this, and I'm not just saying because he's one of my best friends. I'm saying this because I see what Marcus does with these young men, and I see what he puts on the field. Ricky Collins is not playing at LSU because Ricky Collins is lucky. Ricky Collins is playing at LSU because Marcus Randall trained that young man.
Zion Chris is another prime example.
Zion Chris is playing at University of Houston because of Marcus Randall.
Levi Lewis, you saw his career.
So Marcus Randall is the best, and it's right here in Baton Rouge. If you're a quarterback and not getting trained by Marcus, you are losing money.
Yep.
So
Dwayne Winfield is another guy I went to.
Yeah, Dwayne Winfield.
Yep.
So you got a lot of young men here locally that look up to Marcus. So this young man is another one of these guys that have been working with Marcus and getting that experience on spinning the ball. I think he has an opportunity to go to college. I know Northwestern State's been talking to him. I know the OC up there has been talking to him a lot about possibly coming to Northwestern State. So I got a feeling this young man's probably going to end up going to Northwestern State, probably as a PWO, and walking on and becoming a starter in the next 2 years. He needs to get some reps under his belt.
Yeah.
With the guys coming at him full speed. But I think this young man has the potential to be a Division I quarterback in about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, he's just one of those raw guys that just needs more reps, and it's going to be interesting to see him at the bowl game because you mentioned he's so athletic that you might see him not only at quarterback, you might see him at safety, you might see him at receiver, you might see him at running back. You might just kind of play all over the place when you can see him at the Gridiron Bowl game. And this is what we like to call James' nickname, Mr. Gridiron, because I think he holds the record for most camps that he's going to.
I think it's the most consistent camp.
Most consistent camps.
He came all the way out to Florida, came all the way to Texas. I mean, he gone
6 or 7 in a row he hit, and then we're like, come on, man! When finally the streak ended, come on, man! You have to go to all of them. What you're doing, James? So but yeah, he's been to most of our camps, and really him and the Lucas family. We're biggest fans. So looking forward to see what James does this year at the bowl game.
Yes, I'm extremely excited about what that young man from Peabody is going to do this year. Yep. And good luck on the rest of your season, young man.
Oh, absolutely. Another guy's been to our camps.
DJ. So. I know I always mispronounce his first name, but it's DJ Jenkins.
Yeah, go with DJ. You can't go wrong with DJ. Yeah.
So DJ Jenkins, young man out of Slidell, Louisiana, is playing at Pope John Paul II. Yeah. I saw him, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now. Yeah. When they played the number one Harlem Berry and the number one player in the country. So I went over and saw DJ. All the kids were like, "You're here to see Harlem Berry?" I was like, "No, I'm here to see DJ. I want to watch what DJ can do against him."
Against Harlem Berry, yeah.
And he shut him down. You're not getting outside of DJ on that line. He held the left side of the line pretty well that night. Harlem Berry, his biggest run came on the right side of the line. Away from him. So DJ has the ability to change direction. I've actually got photos of that up on the website. On that article, or I say that article, I don't really write a whole lot of articles, but on that post, I posted all those photos. But DJ was able to change the direction really well and chase him down from the backside. So he has a lot of change of direction for a big guy. 6 foot. He's what? I think 6'6". 220. Yeah. 220, 230. Yeah. But he's a long 6'6". He has a great change of direction. He's able to plant and come back at you. He's able to get behind the line of scrimmage really well. He attacks the line of scrimmage very good, either from a 2-point stance or a 3-point stance in a 5 technique, or even a wide 7 or 8. So he's a great defensive end. So good, he's got Power 5 offers to Central Florida. Yeah. He also has offers to Grambling,
Central Arkansas. And now Lafayette. I think that's is that Ivy League, or is that?
Yes, that's Ivy League.
Yeah, he's got an offer from Lafayette as well. So
he has the grades.
Yeah, great student. All district, all parish. He had from a defensive end, Andy, he had 112 tackles last year.
Yeah,
which is not.
And I think he held had the record for most sacks last year.
Yeah, he had a bunch of sacks, like 13 sacks, 12 TFLs, 19 QB hurries, 3 PBUs, a fumble recovery, and a defensive touchdown. So,
and I know he's just adding up right now with Pope
he's
John
got
Paul.
pretty good numbers in 3 games. I think he's got like 25 tackles, a couple sacks, and a couple PBUs. So like he's already making a difference.
And you can check out more about BJ on our website. If you go to our player profile cards, you click on on player profile cards, you click on DJ's image. I think we've got a dark blue in the center.
Yep.
So click on DJ, and you will see all his stats, all his numbers and video highlights, interviews we've done with him. Another young man, we saw him, I think, his sophomore year, I believe it was.
Yeah, sophomore year.
So another great young man to come in the bowl game. Another great addition. This young man, I think, is gonna be a dynamite at the bowl game. I'm gonna try and get him on my team. So I'm hoping Marcus is not watching.
We know you with the defensive lineman, Andy, so you're definitely going to try.
My defensive line has never let me down.
I can see that. But DJ's having a really good season at Pope John Paul, so looking forward to see what he does the rest of the year. And this is another guy we're going to end up wrap the show up with is a guy you saw from over towards kind of your neck of the woods.
So actually, I went to DeRitter High School for my freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
Before I graduated out of Rose Pine. So I'm from DeRitter. DeRitter butts up against Rose Pine. I say butts up. It's like a 5 miles up the road. But so DeRitter High School young man, Dylan Rhodes. Linebacker, like I said before, I think he can play. I think he's played like a star or a rover style player in college, like a safety, unless he puts a lot of weight on.
Sure.
But weight comes with speed, so I mean kind of give and take. But what I saw the other night when he played against Rajon Zeno. I'll get it right in a second. Rajon Zeno and the Jennings Bulldogs was that this young man could cover from sideline to sideline. They had him play middle linebacker. And he was able to cover the entire width of the field. He's got a lot of great speed. I saw him make 2 sacks in the game before halftime. Or was it 3? It was 2 or 3 sacks before halftime. And so this young man's got a lot of speed, a lot of aggression, tracks the ball well. I can't say speed enough again because you
gotta have that if you're a linebacker for sure.
Right, and I just think this young man, I think he can play more of a safety in college, which is get him up to the higher levels. Not overly big. I think he's like 6'1", 6 foot, about 210 pounds. So he's a pretty good sized guy. I guess he's average size, a little bit about the size of some outside linebackers these days, but. Because not everybody's a Brian Urlacher.
Yeah,
6'4",
right,
250.
Right.
But I think this young man's going to play a really good ball at the next level. I don't know if he has offers or not. That's your department, but
yeah, I'm not sure just yet. But this could be a type of game where you can start getting a lot of traction from that end.
Well, I do know he is an all-district linebacker.
He's got 3.5 GPA, so he is qualified. So, this is a guy that Coach Parmley brought to our Gridiron football media days and spoke highly of him as a leader of the football team. So, you want a guy that has that sideline-to-sideline speed, that kind of instincts that you want in a linebacker. Great student, 3.5 GPA. Hey, college coaches, here's another guy that's kind of waiting for his opportunity. So. Yeah, make sure.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out in here next couple of days, and we'll make some phone calls and get this kid an offer somewhere.
Yeah.
So that kind of wraps up the 4 guys right now.
Yeah.
Pretty good wrap up here. We've got, like I said, a Power 5, another Power 5 guy.
Yeah.
So that's what the bowl game has. It has guys that nobody's heard of, and the guys that got Power 5s, and all these guys come together, and in the game. There's no drop off in talent. It's not when you're watching this game. It's literally it's a football game. If you come to this game on December 30th in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, it'll be played at Memorial Stadium. You got to check this out. The game is going to be a college football game.
Yeah.
I tell people this every year, and everybody's like, "Oh, there's just no way." And every year the referees are like, "Holy crap, that was a college football game."
Yeah, the speed is incredible. Seeing even up from the press box, Andy, it's insane. It's like
Yeah, this is gonna be your third one this
It's
year.
gonna be my third one, and like I get more and more impressed with it each year. So second year I thought I was more impressed than the year before, and like the talents just keep on getting better and better, and like it's gonna be So the talent, Andy, is really good, and in case anybody wants to buy tickets, all these Gridiron football bowl game commitment articles we're posting, just click on any one of them too. That's another way they can go get tickets. Click on their picture. It's going to bring you to the link to buy tickets to the bowl game. So that's just another way you can go. Just look at all these bowl game commitment posts we've been posting on our website. Just click on their picture. It's going to lead you to the link to buy tickets to the bowl game.
And so we'll have posters coming out here next week or so, and they'll be all over Baton Rouge. If you would like a poster, let us know. We'll send you a poster. And then we're going to also be having tickets in hand and going around town selling them here in the Baton Rouge area and when we're at games. If you see one of us at a game, make sure you hit us up. We'll have tickets on us. They're coming up. But make sure you're in Baton Rouge at the Memorial Stadium on December 30th. Kickoff for this game is going to be 6 p.m. The two junior high games will be earlier in the day. So make sure you come out. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff lined up for the fans. It's just a phenomenal event. I'm really excited. I know people are really excited around the state because we've got 5-star players committing to the bowl game.
Yeah, add another junior high game to it, so it's going to be really fun to watch. So that's a whole day of football. So if you have nothing going on, December 30th, hey, is that break between Christmas and New Year's, so I might as well enjoy some football on the 30th before we get ready to kick off the new year.
Yep. So I'm Andy Bryson, CEO of Gridiron Football. Thanks for watching.